What's up, guys? Well, I was out on a hike today and I stopped and was going to make a cup of coffee and have one of my favorite little snacks. So I wanted to share with you guys a snack that I think is one of the best backcountry trail foods out there. And the only reason I know about it is because I spent time in South Africa. The trail food I'm talking about is something called Droewors and Rusk. And Droewors is a traditional dried sausage that they make in southern Africa. And they make it by taking ground up beef and stuffing it in a lamb casing and then just hanging it to dehydrate in the dry air there. But they season it with typically a little bit of coriander and some really unique, just a dash of really unique spices. So it's very mild, but it has a really unique flavor. And then what they serve with it is what they call rusk, which is a really dried, crispy, similar to a biscotti, but with a lot less sugar. It usually has a hint of sugar to it, and it's very dry and dense. So generally every country has some version of a cured protein and a carbohydrate that they mix together. In America we had jerky and hardtack, and in South Africa they have the Droewors and Rusk. So here's a couple of pieces of the Droewors, just a nice dried sausage. Most of the packages of it that I purchase usually have about a 5-month shelf life or so. And then here is the Rusk. And I haven't been able to find this any place in the US, so I ordered online. I found a couple of sources on Amazon. But in a pinch, if you can't find a good Rusk, then a dried biscotti, a plain or maybe a vanilla flavored biscotti that has a very low amount of sugar in it will work as well. But basically, the rusk is a very thick, dense, high-calorie bread. And then the Droewor, obviously, gives you that protein and fat content. So between the two of these, it's not uncommon to hunt all day long or to walk through the bush all day long with just a pocket full of Droewors and Rusk. What I like to do is have mine with a cup of coffee. And between the Droewors, the Rusk, and the cup of coffee, I'm good to go. It's a nice little lunch. It stays with me for a long time. And it's a great pocket food for on the trail too, just to have in my pocket and munch on as I walk along and need a little bit of extra energy here and there. There's several different kinds of the Droewor, but my favorite is made by a company called Braaitime. The Rusks also are available through Amazon.com. There's a few of the European ones out there that are more like Melba toast or toast for babies, and that stuff is just not good at all. It's not what you're looking for. You're looking for this dense, kind of thick, really dense sweet bread that has a high carb content. So the Droewor and Rusk is one of my favorite trail foods, and it's something that I thought probably a lot of you might not know about. If anybody from South Africa is watching this video, please chime in and post some comments and tell me what your thoughts are on this stuff. But it's one of the reasons why I love South Africa. I eat this constantly there, and a lot of the farms, a lot of the rural ranches that we're on actually make this themselves right on their ranches and have it hanging inside a shop or an outbuilding or something like that drying. And before you head out into the field, you just break a few pieces off and stuff them in your pocket and grab a handful of rusk from the kitchen and you're good to go for the day. So that's Droewors and Rusk. I've got the spelling a couple of times in the video here. Wors is South African for sausage, and they have Droewors and Boerewors and several different kinds, but the Droewors is the dried sausage that makes a great trail food.